space to express how angry I am right now. So a man under the purview of his rights decided to stage a revolutionary protest, a peaceful revolutionary protest. Now you charged him for treason, you arrested him and you held him in custody. Now the court ruled that he should be out on bail. You defied the court and you continue to hold him for what? For illegal custody. You held him for 4 months. Now eventually when he's out on bail, barely 24 hours, while he's standing trial for your ridiculous charges and trying to seek redress for his abused fundamental human rights, you invade a court proceeding. You dragged him out like an animal and you are holding him in custody all over again. And you call yourself a president? A democratic president? No, you are not a president. You're a bully. That's what you are. Now, to our lawmakers and senators, why is nobody talking about impeachment here? Why is nobody moving a motion for impeachment here? Donald Trump is under fire for impeachment. Why? Because he used his position for selfish and personal gains amongst other unconstitutional acts. Meanwhile, here in Nigeria, a bully who calls himself a president is using his position to bully a Nigerian citizen, to abuse the fundamental human rights of a Nigerian citizen. A president is using his position as a reason for contempt of court and a disregard for the rule of law. And nobody is seeing that as a reason for impeachment. Rather than waste taxpayers' money and time to deliberate on a stupid and a lousy social media bill, you should be impeaching a bully who calls himself a president. And as for you, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, we're ashamed of you. I'm ashamed that you are a vice president. I'm even more ashamed that you are a lawyer, a senior attorney of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that will silence his lips and his conscience in the face of this gross injustice. I'm also ashamed that you are a man of God. You call yourself a man of God. Because a man of God will not stay silent in the face of acts of jungle justice. A man of God will stand for the truth, regardless of the political affiliations or repercussions of standing for the truth. A man of God will stand for justice, regardless of the consequences involved. And so, on these grounds, I am ashamed of you, sir. And as for all Nigerians watching, for those of you who may think, this does not concern me because of my political affiliations, or my political loyalty, or my tribal sentiment, or my ideological sentiment, I am sorry for you. Because what has happened to Mr. Sowore today is an attack on your human dignity. It's an attack on your fundamental human rights. It's an attack on you as a Nigerian. And if we cannot, on you as a bona fide Nigerian, and if we cannot stand against bullies who call themselves Nigerians, who call themselves presidents, this country will cease to exist.
So guys, you've heard it all from this gentleman. You know, he has said nothing but the truth. He has said it the way it ought to be said. And the same thing everybody who are in their right senses, who are really patriotic, the same thing they've been saying. You know, just recently we heard from one of the APC chieftains. What's this man's name? Joe Igbekwe in Lagos. He couldn't hide it. He couldn't hide it. He couldn't hide the truth. But we have many people who know the truth. We have many people who are aware of these abnormalities going on. But what have they done? Nothing. Instead of them to say anything, they will just keep quiet. The ones that will have that boldness to talk will continue to say the opposite. Say things that are not in line. Things that are not masses friendly. The question is that what is our National Assembly? What are they doing? Just like he said, what is happening in the US? What is happening? Is it not enough for these guys to come out and say, no, the president must be impeached? No, they won't say that. People have been saying it before this night assembly came to be, that these people are going to be rubber stamps. And then exactly that is what is happening. And this the Senate president has come out boldly to say, irrespective of whatever request the president is going to be making, is for the good of Nigeria. And people said, so you are not going to review anything, you are not going to do anything. And that's how you see that a lot of taxes now, they are passing it for Nigerians to continue to pay more. They are showing it, they are not even hiding it. What are they doing? What is their job? What is their responsibility to do in this case? What have they even said concerning disobedience to court orders before now? Before Sowore was, they managed, I don't even know the game they played, to release him on Thursday, and on Friday morning, something else happened. What have they been doing? What is their position? They've not said anything. What kind of a National Assembly do we have now? People have predicted that that is how they are going to work, that is going to be their position, and they are not disappointing people. You can imagine this kind of a thing. And because that was the same thing that happened when the National Assembly, the DSS too, went to National Assembly and lock up National Assembly that time, and that was why the DSS boss then was removed. Is it not the same thing? Is it not a treasonable felony? They are not talking in that line. They are not saying anything in that line. And the same thing happened on Friday. The National Assembly is not saying anything. They are just there to sit down to collect huge salaries, to wear agbada, to be forming big man. Because to me, if you are a big man, it will show in your dealings, not wearing all this agbada with I don't just even know what to say. I don't even know how to describe them. How best to describe them. What are they doing? The unfortunate thing there is that the people they are presiding over, they know their weaknesses. And they brought the weaknesses upon the people. And they know the direction at which people we want to go to, because they know people are always afraid. People are always afraid to speak to the truth. People are always, they tend to give up so easily. And that is why they are getting away with all of these things. And making mention of the vice president, we have been singing it, we are now sounding like a broken record. If majority of people are on the same thing, calling out the vice president, that why are you not saying anything? Falana has said the same thing, that all the sons, all the senior advocates of Nigeria, those lawyers in this present administration cabinet, in Buhari's cabinet, should be suspended. I wish the NBA will do that, because those ones, they are just coming out to read out rhetorics, reading out speeches without action, without backing any form of backing with what they are saying. You can imagine. What are they going to do? Nothing. Even when they know the right thing to do, I don't know what is happening, whether they have been captured. The way it is now, they have been captured. Things that are happening in this country cannot even, 1/10 of that cannot even happen elsewhere. That people who are involved in it would have been brought to book, but we have those of that kind of a thing happening here, and we have seen them as normal thing. They are just normal to us. Everybody will still move on. What kind of a country is this? Everybody will still move on. The ones who have that the audacity to talk, who will have that boldness to talk, they will shut them up. Even the masses will shut them down. Go and sit down. It's because of this. It's because of this. A lot of sentiment will start coming in. If at this time we cannot be hungry to do the needful, some people will say the suffering, it has not gotten to the peak. If it has gotten to the peak, definitely we will all come out and stand and have a united voice. It is only that united voice that will save us in this country. If we continue to go in different lines, or supporting people who are not supposed to be supporting, just because of we have a form of relationship with them, or we are loyal to them, or because what we need to get, that thing you think you are going to get from them, that thing will not last, and that thing will come back to haunt you, and that thing will not last. That is just the truth of the matter. Nigerians have been coming and people have been saying different things. People have been saying, and yet nothing is happening. Somebody was saying, if people don't know, or if anybody doesn't know the direction at which these people are going, that the person doesn't even know what is happening. No, because you can't even preempt people, because you just be surprised. How can somebody continue to behave in this manner, and the people will not even act accordingly? See where they are put Sowore, see what they have done. Loretta is coming out to say, and the DSS now, they have come to legalize it, to make it official that it was Sowore's people that came and disorganized the court. That is what they are telling us. I think they really have to shed more light to it. So where is Sowore now? That is the question majority of people are asking. But the unfortunate thing there is that the people who are supposed to initiate all of this is the National Assembly. What are they doing? They are just there to be collecting salaries. Now they are not even happy. Omo Agege is not happy that, I don't know whether they slash their salary. That is what their problem is. Both a lower and upper chamber, they are not doing anything. In the face of what we are facing now, they've not come out to make their position known. This is really unfortunate. So guys, I don't know what you think. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.